Hello. So in this video, we will talk about how to add an admin to the admin console. So there are different type of admin roles that you can provide to an individual, and that way he will have different rights on this admin console. So first, we will go to add admin. Over here, I'll just type an email address. So this is the new admin which I'm trying to add. Now we can click on next. So these are the type of admins what you can add on this admin console. So the system admin you can call it as a super admin, and this type of admin is allowed to perform all kind of administrative tasks on the admin console. So this admin has the power or permissions to add another admin, to delete an admin, to add users, remove users, a user group. So he has full control on this admin console. So if you give someone this particular admin rights as a system administrator, he should be able to control everything on the console. So the second admin we have is the product administrator. So we have different product profiles and the products like All Apps Plan, Document Cloud, Adobe Spark. So if you do not want a person to have full control on the admin console, and you just want him to take care of the product profile. So for example, you have a big school and you only want ABC person to take care of Adobe Spark profile, and he should be able to manage only Adobe Spark, like he can add users, remove users. So for that, you can give him product administrator rights. So over here, if I click on enable, it will ask me like which product I want this particular admin to add to. So if I click on that, if for example I go to All Apps Plan, so now this product administrator, he will have administrative rights on this All Apps Plan. So means he can create product profiles under this All Apps Plan. He can add users, add user groups. He can remove users, and even he can remove the product profiles as well. So anything for this particular product, he should be able to perform. So if you are only giving him rights for product administrator, then he can only control this particular product. He will not have access to all the other products what we have on our console. So now we go to the product profile administrator. So the product profile administrator, like I mentioned, there are different products, and within the products we have product profiles as well. So if I do not want a user to give rights for the whole product, like for example, I have 5 profiles inside my product, and in a school I have different sections, like there is a laboratory, there's chemistry, physics. So I just want to give him rights to manage only one profile. So I can give him product profile administrator. So for example, when I check this box, it's asking me which product. So I'm checking All Apps for 80 GB. Now it will ask me which product profile I want to give him administrative rights. So right now in K12 80 gigs, I only have one product profile. If there are multiple product profiles, then it will give me the options to choose. So if I choose this one, so means this particular user, if I add him as product profile administrator, he can only administer this particular profile. He will not have rights to make changes to any other profile or to the product plan. So he can only use this particular profile, and he can add users and he can remove users as well. So the same thing you can say for the user group administrator as well. Like you can create multiple user groups and you can add multiple users in a user group. So accordingly, if you want an admin to take care of the only the user groups, not anything else on the console, you can add him as a user group, and it will, in the drop down, it will give you an option to choose which user group you wanted to give him rights. So for example, if I add him to this thing, so he should be able to add or remove user from that particular group, and he can also add or remove user group admins, like he can add some more admins to that user group if he wants. So he is only responsible for that particular user group. Now if we talk about deployment administrator, so deployment administrator takes care of the software packages and the updates. So his role is to create a package wherein he can include multiple products based upon the requirements of the end users, and he can create a package and he can deploy it on the end user machines. And if in case we have a new updates available for these products, he can again go to the deployment tab and he can create a new package which includes the updates as well. So his main role is to create packages and give these packages to the administrators or just deploy these packages to the end user machines. And the last administrative roles we have is support administrator. So support administrator, it's not an admin role, but it has access to the support related information on the admin console. So for example, there are a set of users who are facing some problem with Adobe Photoshop. So if someone is added as a support administrator, he will have access to the support tab, and he can create cases on the support tab. And once he create the case, Adobe will get a notification that this particular organization has created this case, and someone from Adobe team will get back to that particular administrator or any user. So as a support administrator, he can chat with Adobe agents, he can create a support case, and he can also raise expert sessions. So these are all the type of administrative rights which you can give to the end user. So if I click on next, so over here, it's giving me basic information I have given, admin types and summary. So summary is the support administrator. I'm just adding this particular user. So I click on save, and this particular user will be added on the console. So you can see ABC test has been added. So this is all about the administrative roles. Hope you're able to understand. Thank you.